Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your lugubrious Game Master Tom, and this is Adventure 30. Or to be more specific, this is our Halloween Spectacular Bonanza Festival of the Spooktacular Bonanza Spectacular. We are so glad to have you here. If you are joining us on the podcast platforms, the many podcast platforms we're on, might want to check out our YouTube channel, Inglorious Bards. Do a search for that and take a look at these glorious costumes that several of these goofballs have joined into as their characters, as well as check out the battle maps that we're doing. Thanks for joining us on the adventures. We're coming to you live on twitch.tv/inglorioussbards every Tuesday evening, as well as on the YouTube channel. We are also coming to you from our new studio. We're excited to have new tables, new setup, new arrangement, new positionings. Everything's new cameras. Thanks to everyone here in the Bards that put everything together. It took a lot of work and energy. Thanks to all of our supporters, especially our patron supporters, for helping get the funds for us to make this all possible. We still have more work to do, more things we're going to be adding to the studio, and we're super excited. We are going to have a little bit of a question, introduce our characters who are in costume. We will start with Hemlock. Hemlock is a fetchling gunslinger. Hemlock, if Varennes celebrated Halloween, which it doesn't, but if Varennes celebrated Halloween, how would you, Hemlock, enjoy the holiday?
Oh, TPing every house I can find.
Okay. Does that have any gunslinger quotes, TPing?
Yep.
Okay, so all right. Sitting next to you is Yannick, our human champion. How would you celebrate the Halloween holiday?
It's a pagan holiday for unbelievers.
Or so righteous judgments,
Righteous for the children.
the candy bowl's a trap before you pass judgment.
It's a mimic.
Next to you is our human wizard Zaldor. Halloween, what would you do?
Oh, we'd start with fireworks, of course. Lots of explosions and flashes and snaps, followed by, of course, probably copious amounts of candy and sugar and various sweets. And then, this reminds me of a time that I was able to make
Then we will go over
cast.
to Galen. Galen is a human thaumaturge, a supernatural swordsman. Supernatural, that's Halloweenish. How does Halloween register to you?
The veil between the worlds is at its thinnest on Halloween. All the creepies come out to play, and that's where I go out hunting.
All right. Welcome to the party, Galen. Oh, fantastic. Next to you is...
Was that the David Crusoe poll, too?
Sitting next to you is the Pixie Ranger Geggy. Halloween, Faye, seems like a match made in heaven.
Faye Halloween would be charging into the streets, distributing gold amongst all the children, as though they were Faye creatures themselves.
All right, disrupting economies.
Economy,
is what I'm hearing.
yeah.
All right.
This is why we were banned from societies.
And then last but not least is our gnome bard Jericho. Halloween for Jericho.
I think that when I was a kid, I would have loved Halloween, going out and celebrating, and getting the candy, and maybe doing some tricks on some people. But now I've been to hell. I've helped kill demons. I think it would be a PTSD nightmare. I might get in trouble if I saw something that brought some of that back and I hurt someone really bad.
All right. Okay. Well, with that in mind, I personally have a feeling this is going to be the best adventure yet. But we will get a recap of what happened, since it was quite an interesting adventure last time, from Jeremy.
Yes, Jeremy's not here, but Zaldor will take over in his stead. There was an adventure that happened several weeks ago. There were an entire band of heroes traveling south through the forest, encountering spiders and trying to save creatures and peasants of the lands of Thave. There was an entire wagon train, in fact, that they jumped in and helped and assisted with. And not unnoticed was Stog. Stog, the great barbarian warrior, caught the eye of some Freyguard, an Iberon woman who was in charge of the entire caravan and wanted to pay her thanks and gain his seed. Stog should have answered. Instead, he refused. And Gegi, in his stead, sent a letter up north to Thave to make sure that there was others that were aware of Stog's conquests, and possibly also to ask for further help from Hemlock and Jericho. I have no doubt that inside Gegi's letter, which I did not read, I assume had all sorts of details of the exploits
This is
of
where
Stog.
we fade out, fade back in. He's still going, fade out.
The great son of the Adder.
People are collapsed on the tables, sleep.
The end.
As Hemlock and Jericho opted to leave Tabernary, catch up with the rest of the group, and follow the notes and directions that Gegi had sent, the heroes continued southward down into Thave on their way to Creeborn. They found themselves met with sandstorms. They even ran into some guards of Navarre who had been the worse for wear at best. One of them was dying. Aeduin did his best to save him and could not. Instead, just put him at ease as they destroyed the rest of his life. The others that tried to make their way out of it told Gegi and Aeduin of the Queen Shade, the Blood Witch's assassins that were out and about, and that there was some horrid creature, some poor man, who was stricken with what appeared to be blue vines coming up and out of him. And they warned us to keep our way and keep ourselves safe. We made our way into Creeborn and was able to explore this trade town and see anything that we could find. There was much fear about and about, as there was a merchant that had gone missing. And there was talk of the rumors of things that happened out in the storm. Not much talk, however, as many Thavians kept to themselves, and the rest of us continued to try to be as outgoing as possible. But everyone knows that Stog is, unless it's to Freygar, not very well received. It's very much of a brute. There was some merchant that wanted to give us great heed, a rug merchant, who appeared to have vast amounts of knowledge. Seemingly disconnected to this time or that, he came with nothing but terrible warnings of the future and absolute demands that we do not fail. Kept calling us different random sorts of names, even mentioned a Xaner of some previous sort. We continued following the breadcrumbs and the trails to see what we could do to keep Creeborn safe, and also to find out the others' concerns regarding the levels of what could have been disasters, not just from the storm itself, but from the Queen Shade. As we traveled further south, or actually to the west at this point, we went to a land called Erkrin, and we found that the entire town of Erkrin was abandoned, save for these creeping blue vines that appeared to be going across all about the entire city, and possibly the reason for its evacuation. All the buildings except for one that had a symbol of the god of Keth. It appeared to be resistant to that one. As we looked upon the blue vines, we found that there were small creatures inside of it with gnashing teeth and ill form about them that wanted to make sure that we, in fact, were perhaps their next meal. There was one creature that was greater than all the others, and there was even a journal entry about it from the previous mayor who had abandoned, again, said their town. It was caged into a large silver box, certainly not to anyone's harm. Until, as we are fighting off these small creatures, we were reunited with Hemlock and Jericho. And their very first step was to destroy the cage the giant creature was in. When they did so, a great mist covered everything, hid all of us. Every one of the heroes found themselves stuck and separated inside the mist, but not quite separated. For there were 4 heroes that encountered another version of themselves. Stog had met with Galen, the very one that Jericho and Hemlock had spoken about. Geggy had met with Thawne. Yannick had a conversation and an encounter with Aeduin, and I, Zaldor, Wizard of the Seventh Tower, Keeper of the Wind Spheres above the Thousand Isles, met with a small Yosoki named Dash. It was a weird conversation, a dangerous query, and one that did not go well for half of those party visitors. For Dash felt his end was near and was pulled into the mist. Stog felt the same sort of tug and also was pulled away. Aeduin went willingly, knowing that his time was up. And Thawne felt like his mission had passed on to Geggy, and that he should also take his leave. When the mist cleared, the 6 heroes remained, staring at each other, a little gobstruck, a little awe-smacked. Jericho, Hemlock, Yannick, Geggy, Galen, and Zaldor, Wizard of the Seventh Tower, Keeper of the Wind Spheres over the Thousand Isles. We all stood and stared at what would be a very different beginning of our lives. And that, my friends, is where the adventure ends for me. No, that's where the adventure begins!
A Thavian assassin with red painted leather armor still covered in dust from his ride and twin curved blades sheathed to his back walks quickly alongside a woman of some prestige down a sand-covered hallway. The woman is surrounded by half-dozen witches, beautiful young women draped in bright red hooded robes with their arms behind their backs and faces pale and pristine save for a single tear on each of them of blood forever flowing from their eye down their cheek. They circle the woman and the assassin as the group makes their way into a larger chamber. The woman in the center of the entourage is the Ash Queen, the most powerful blood witch in Varen and leader of Thave. She turns to the assassin. "And this stone was fully recovered and brought here to me?" "Almost all of it. A section was too dug in to the corruption that Liam could not get free. I've already sent more men to recover the last piece left in Erkrin." "I ordered all of it to be here. I expect more of a queen's shade. Of course, your will is mine to serve." The pair enter a chamber that is surrounded with blood dripping from channels of walls. Hanging from those walls upside down are several willing slaves that are hung and their blood let out from their bodies, wrists, and throats to slowly bleed down these rivulets down the walls, collecting into small little channels at the bottom of the floor and gathering into a pool at the bottom. The Ash Queen walks over with her entourage, looks around the room rather nonchalantly, dips her hand into the water, and takes a lick of it from her fingers. She seems to shake a little bit, a small bit of a quiver, before moving on. She moves into another chamber. This one is even larger. There are couple dozen people surrounding a stone in the middle of this chamber. It's a black obsidian-looking room with reflective lights that are bouncing off the walls. In the center is this stone. It is a stone we have seen before, a stone that is made up of blue lines of corruption that almost gleam with blue power. The stone is ebbing and throbbing, and little tendrils are snaking their way across the ground. They seem organic yet electric at the same time. There are several little spellcasters that are weaving magic to keep it contained. The queen says, "Our power is great, and with this corruption stone I have seen falling from the sky, our power will be endless." Where's the rest of it now? She continues to talk with her assassin. The corruption lines snake across the ground and climb up a stone, almost an altar, to a man chained to the stone. He seems lost in sleep until the lines creep over his body. Once the corruption lines enter his mouth, he cries out in muffled pain. His eyes go wide as the corruption infuses his body and strengthens it. Behind him, 3 more men, already converted, pull violently at their chains. The queen raises an eyebrow and smiles a small little smile. "This power is even more than I dreamt. Bring me every piece of this corruption stone. I must have it. This will be a power even Azamir cannot withstand." With a flash, our heroes return back from this strange reality realm of mist and arrive back in the dead of night in the ruined, abandoned town of Aircrin. Surrounding you is more of this blue electric corruption area, except for a wedge that has come out we have described before. In the center is a large fragment of the stone, about 3 feet tall or so. Not too far away from it is, or shall I say was, a cage of some size housing a really large creature of corrupted voidness. This strange blob, but with thick appendages that almost seem to take shape and disappear, was violently pounding away at the cage. With a big blast, Hemlock and Jericho were able to free this creature and free the craziness of the reality of everything. And now that reality has snapped back into normal, the good news is that all of you have returned, but not in the same form. Dash is no longer with us forever. Zaldor has returned in his stead, and Thawne is no longer with the group. Gegi has returned in his stead. In addition, you all snap back and find yourselves back in original positions you were at roughly. So some of you are closer to this stone, some are a couple hundred feet away. All of you, though, feel refreshed and are at full health.
Nice.
As there were a couple of you wounded. The challenge that you face right now, the bad news is you still have several of these enemies, these smaller, and that's in quotes, corrupted void creatures are closing in and attacking our heroes, with a large one attacking Jericho and Hemlock. I have a battle map that we will show here. And when Derek, our tech, takes a look at this, if you can, go to the very south, and you should be able to see we have a void creature down here in the south, known as a corrupted stalker. To the northeast of him is the archer Gegi, about maybe 80 feet or so. To the northwest of Gegi, about another 60 feet, so this is a pretty big map, is the wizard Zaldor. And another Z formation to the northeast are 2 melee fighters. We have Galen and Yannick, and they have 2 wounded corrupted stalkers right next to them. Then all the way to the north, if you scroll all the way there, we have Hemlock and Jericho, and if you see just north of them is this large corrupted Hulk, easily matching the largest creature you have ever battled before, and it is barreling after our heroes. And if you scroll out, just for the benefit of anyone taking a look at this, you can see the wedge shape that we described earlier. So everyone right now is outside of the electric, not electric, but like bluish void corruption field at the moment.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
You said that everyone's health was renewed. Are other like spell slots and those kinds of things renewed or not?
No.
Okay.
That is new. All right. So that's our situation. What we're going to do now is roll initiative, and people are going to need to cross some fingers.
Need to ask if the mark remained from one session to the next for Geggy on the large creature.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Why are we so goddamn spread out?
That's how it is.
Because we came riding in on our horses. And,
That's
didn't
a
make it to you guys.
Why are we so goddamn spread out?
Yep.
All right.
100%.
Keep it tight, people.
We're rolling initiative. Good luck, everybody.
Do it.
First up is the giant creature.
Oh
Oh my god.
All right. This is the corrupted Hulk. It is a mass of blue electrical lines, amorphous shape. It is large, and it is charging after the closest enemy it can find, which is the little innocent gnome bard Jericho.
Uh-oh.
It takes 2 actions to get there. Its third action, its third action is to do one of my favorite action names ever.
Empathetically,
Swallow.
Fleshy slap.
I will attempt as it does so. Oh, I cannot do so because I have taken. I mean, I don't know about the break, but I can't use my empathetically if I've taken a harmful action. I don't know if the break.
Nope, go for it.
Okay. So I'll use my empathetic, those little puppy dog eyes. 30 against its will DC.
Is a success. So what does that mean?
-2 circumstance penalty to damage on the triggering strike, and all it strikes against me until the beginning of its next turn.
All right, it just has one
I'm
strike.
checking one quick thing. Just my
And what's that
I'm
strike
an
called
expert
again?
in diplomacy, therefore it's actually a -4 because I'm an expert in diplomacy.
Okay, fleshy slap.
Fleshy slap.
Here comes a fleshy slap.
Slap me, baby.
It's going to do 4 less damage, I heard.
That is correct.
25 to hit.
Oh, that does hit me, but not by much.
Okay. It does 15 minus 4 is 11 points of fleshy slap bludgeoning
I
damage.
take 11.
Not too much. You're looking pretty good. Next up is Geggy, way to the south from that scene. Geggy, you've got a creature to the southwest that's unharmed, some distance from you. You've got 2 wounded ones next to your melee buddies to the northeast, and way to the north, maybe 200, 250, 300 feet, is this big giant thing.
250 feet.
Derek can get you specifics when asked.
Sure. What specifically is my range to the large creature to the north?
I show it as 305. 305.
305. I'll begin sprinting in that direction to try to close to 240 range. If you can calculate that. So 240 range from it is the distance I would like to cover in total.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, figure that one out, Derek.
65.
Is that 2 actions worth of movement?
He says yes.
All right. Then my last one will be an attack on him.
One
that
single
large
shot?
creature. It is a single shot.
All right.
No, I'm sorry. This is a single action multi-shot.
2 arrows go flying long range.
There is no penalty for my range.
Oh wow, nice.
He's an archer.
Let's see. Here we go. 26 to hit.
26 is a miss.
Oof.
And that will also be a miss.
Arrows go flying over your head, Jericho.
Write that down.
Doesn't take much to get over my head.
There's a miss.
Jericho, you can wait and watch Yannick take a turn.
I will do so. Go, Yannick, go.
What is the distance from me to the northwest to I guess Hemlock?
$235.
My God. We need to group up. And I will travel north to the first of those two creatures, 25 feet, I guess, if I can get there in 25.
Yeah.
And to it, as far to the left of it as I can.
There you go.
Okay. I will take one mighty swipe with the Fashard at this creature. That is going to be a 27 to hit.
All right, this creature's already wounded, and you have hit it again.
All right. With the striking rune, that's going to be... That is 8 plus 4, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
What type of damage?
It is slashing.
All right, most of that goes through.
And then I will, as my third action, travel northwest 25
he
more
just did
feet.
a drive-by for
Yeah.
sharding. Okay. So what's your move speed? 25?
25.
Okay. Next up is our gunslinger. You're up north with the bard with this giant creature 15 feet away, Hemlock. By the way, with the motion of that fleshy slap, you believe it could strike you from there if it
Oh,
wanted to.
perfect.
It has a range of 15 feet.
Well, first of all, I'm going to use my 10 paces to step back 10 feet.
Keep on moving backwards.
And then going to... so 10 paces and then quick draw, so I have both guns out, and this first action is going to be an attack.
All right.
That is a 28 to hit.
Bang! You hit the
Or
creature.
29 to hit.
You still hit the creature.
It's only 6 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
All right. You wound it.
And then I will attack again.
With the other pistol.
Oh, and completely miss.
Okay. Jericho's almost hit by yet another projectile. Do you have another action left?
Reload.
Okay. It is Zaldor, Wizard of the Seventh Tower, Keeper of the...
Wind spheres.
Yes, Wind Spheres. Over the thousand. I'll get there.
You're getting better. That's good.
You're-
Speaking of spheres, Zaldor, seeing the cries and screams all about him, reaches his hands up, pulls a sphere out of the air almost impressively, and sees a large ball of fire floating, and away, and throws it at the Hulk, right above young Hemlock and poor sweet Jericho.
Is this a fireball?
This is a fireball.
What's the range on that spell?
Oh, that's only 500 feet.
Jesus Christ. All right, so you explode a fireball behind this beast. It makes a reflex save.
Reflex save. It's allowed to fail anytime at once.
27.
I have a DC of 22 for the spell, so it does exceed, which means it'll take half of the flaming damage, which is 5, 7, 10, 15, 19, 23 points of damage. That will be down to 11 points of fire flame damage.
All right. Boom. Huge explosion behind it.
Does anything happen to the vines caught up in the blast around it?
Yes. They blast away and then slowly creep back in.
Okay.
It's just rude.
Screwed.
And, Zelda will move forward another 30 feet just to make sure he's within range of other creatures that may be coming towards. So when I say forward, I mean north, towards the Great Hulk and away from Geggy. No particular reason.
No particular
Just
reason.
as long as I'm away from Geggy.
Galen.
Stog had exploited vulnerability on these little creatures before he disappeared. Does Galen have that information?
Yes.
Great. So, with that in mind, Galen, I believe, has a success on knowing their weakness.
Vitality 5.
Vitality 5. Okay. Seeing Yannick do the drive-by and the call to group up, he feels like that is a good idea, so Galen will...
Gets on his motorcycle.
Yes, and rides away. Galen will step forward, and to the same creature that Yonic struck. Do I have any more movement? That was 10. Take me just to the north. There we go. Yep, perfect.
If you go to that spot, you'll step on the void. Would you like to do that?
No, I would not like to do that.
Okay, you can back up a spot if you'd like.
Also, I'm still holding the nature idol of Keth in my hand. Are these creatures retreating from that idol?
This one is not retreating from the idol, no.
Okay, excellent. Then
Exactly as planned.
yes, like exactly what I wanted to happen.
Behind the water bottle.
Did it fall into your mini pockets?
Yes, one of them. I'll find it eventually. All right, Galen strikes. Sword comes whistling through the air, and
This is, by the way, cinematically, the first strike we've seen Galen make in a long time. Make it a good one.
maybe I should hero point that. No, that is going to be a 18 to hit.
Okay, Galen back in form misses.
Whee! He's still quite close to Yannick. I think he'll just strike one more time.
All right,
Brings
minus
that sword
5.
through again. Yeah, let's do that. That's better. That's a 24 to hit.
Okay, you swing and connect.
Excellent. 5 and 8 is 13 points of damage.
All right, and including your vitality 5 damage to that as well.
Oh, that's correct. So that is actually 18 points of damage.
18. It shrieks a bit, this wounded one, still in the fight, but you have heard it.
That's not great. Okay.
He's almost as good as Stog.
I've got a fireball behind that creature. So way up by Jericho is a fireball still unleashing repeatedly on my screen. I don't know if you guys are seeing that.
Loving it.
I don't know how to turn that off.
We'll just say it stays.
Well, just stays there. We have Jericho. Really, it's what the heck is Jericho doing? You have this ginormous corrupted Hulk just feet away from you, surrounded by void on 2/3 of your sides. What do you want to do?
Yeah, Jericho is going to. He's really scared, but he doesn't show it. But he thinks he needs to share that love, so he's gonna do a lingering composition into a dirge of doom, and share the fear with this creature.
Okay.
So lingering composition tries to make this dirge of doom, which will make this thing afeared if it's able to be, last a little longer. So for that one, I gotta roll a performance check on the lingering composition to see if it's gonna last.
It'll be excellent.
It will.
It's your best skill, I've heard.
Yeah. 25, sorry.
Versus what? Oh, no,
the
your
DC
number.
is a
That's
standard
success.
difficulty DC of a level equal to
Yep,
the
you're
highest.
good. That's a pass.
There we go. And then that's going to go into a dirge of doom. So enemies within the area, which is 30-foot emanation, are frightened 1, and they cannot reduce their frightened value below 1. Hopefully he's fine with that. Not immune to such a thing.
Frightened. Let me double check.
Sure.
No, he is good to be wary of you, so he is frightened, adding the frightened 1 condition.
All right. Then I don't know that this will do much, but I'm just going to be hopeful. I'm going to then punch him in the face. But as I do, activate the Ring of the Ram.
Okay.
Nice.
Interesting.
Time we got to see this thing in
And
action.
just see how that does. For that one, he needs to make a DC 22 Fortitudinous save.
All right.
He's probably pretty fortitude-y.
30.
All right. So
Jeez.
that's a success. So he takes half damage. It would be 2d6. I'll just roll 1d6 to half that damage. 5 damage.
Okay. What type of damage?
Force.
Oh, I will enjoy all of that.
And then he gets pushed half of 5 feet.
All right. I will leave him as is.
All right. Well, I was hopeful. That was one action to do the Ring of the Ram, one action to do Dirge of Doom, one action to move back next to my friend.
Okay, so moving back.
Yeah, but I'll move back right next to Hemlock.
I have a creature that is way back there to the southeast next to Galen that's been badly hurt. It is going to do an action we know and love called Fleshy Slap. It strikes at Galen, who has just returned to this reality, with a 34 to hit.
That is going to be I have a +1 to my AC, which makes that armor class 25, which makes it just a regular hit.
Oh.
That's
And
That's because of your thaumaturge goodness, right?
because of that exploit vulnerability,
Yes.
and as it strikes, I will use my amulet's abeyance to gain 8 resistance to the triggering damage.
Nice.
All right. Okay. It did 16 minus 8 is only 8 points of damage.
Very nice.
Just for giggles, we don't normally do, rabbit seeking in poker.
Mm-hmm.
If you had one armor class left, it would have done Enfeebled 1, 40 minus 8, 32 damage, and 1d6 persistent bleeding. So that was huge.
I'm not gonna lie, that seems like that'd be worse.
That's
Do not
huge.
mess around with these things.
Its second attack
Yep.
it comes in at you with a 27 to hit
That is a regular hit.
for 16 points of damage.
So what was the first one again?
You're at 50.
I'm at
8
50.
and then 16.
Okay.
And then it is going to make a third strike, and that is a miss. There is another wounded one of these creatures, and it is going to make its way. And you notice something, Galen. They move pretty slow. Let's see, around 20 feet. He stays roughly within the void area and takes 2 actions to get to you. And then Fleshy slaps you with a 20, which I believe is a miss.
That misses.
Okay. Done, done, done. There is one other
Fleshy slapper.
Fleshy Slapper. The name is Corrupted Stalker, but they have a new name. He is charging north towards Geggy, but at a speed of 20. Does not get very far.
Slappy.
Now we have a new round. Way up at the top is the fireball-ridden Hulk. It is still frightened 1 and will be that way till the end of its turn, so it's -1 to
he just
everything.
passes, right?
He does not.
Is that fire like still injuring it?
No.
No.
It's just a
okay.
graphical effect
okay.
that if I hit clear, it'll wipe off every single graphical effect I have on the map.
Jeez. All right.
So it's resonating. All right, the distance to you guys is too far. Choo, 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 choo,
It
choo, choo, choo,
is?
choo, choo.
Well, wow.
So you can't even see us.
For its reach, you mean,
25,
right?
yes, for its reach.
Got to burn an action to get up to us.
It reaches out with an arm. It's too far, and then bends that arm, and like something from the movie The Thing, love it, breaks bit of its arm, and a fleshy bone shard comes flying out at Hemlock.
Ooh.
Bob and weave.
Hemlock, you may take an action. It critically missed.
Oh,
Yeah.
You anticipated this and get a free action. What would you like to do?
I'm hoping it breaks its arm.
I'm just gonna reload.
Reload the other pistol.
Yep.
Okay.
Fantastic.
It then
So it's attacking you. You just calmly.
Just staring it right down. Click.
Just the head down as it goes
Yes.
past the ear.
It then does a similar thing with an extra arm over at the Bard Jericho. A little harder for it to pull off with a 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. You are hit for 16 bone bludgeoning damage. Shunk. And then you're like, oh, that hits. Whoo. As you look up, something else is flying right at your face, and it is a tangled void web coming at you.
Tangled void web.
With a critical hit. Yes. You have been hit for absolutely 0 damage.
Okay.
But it's
You've
bad.
been caught in a web trap. You are now immobilized. And since it was a critical hit, it's going to be extra gooey. Your escape DC is going to be a 27 if you try to escape from it.
And what kind of a roll is that going to be?
That is clearly going to be one of
Reflexy?
2. I think it's
Athletics?
athletics. Typical athletics, the creature grabbing you. Attempt it.
Theater lore, maybe?
Forsooth, this web is not real.
Acrobatics or athletics or unarmed attack.
Okay. Oh, sure.
All right.
I got that.
All the things our bard is known for.
As known for.
Yeah, really.
Geggy, you way to the south. What you got?
Woo! Gigi is moving north. My full speed is 35. I don't know if that's been imparted to our navigator. But I will go just the one segment, 35.
Your speed is 35?
Yep.
Crazy.
And this one, I will target the same large creature and attack. This is a hunted shot. It's a single attack with a bonus. And here we go. Oh, I'm going to hero point that.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3. I
That's a
keep
good
the
idea.
damage or throw all the dice again?
No, just the
Just
you can keep
the-
damage, yeah.
Sure.
Not much better. That was 25 in total.
For the big one,
Yep.
is a miss.
I get closer. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is Yannick.
Yeah. What is, I guess,
And
I'm
I've got
going
Geggy now. Oh, 30. No, you said 35, right?
35.
Dang, okay,
35.
keep going.
I'm going to go 75 feet to the northwest. Use all of my actions to be heading towards the big guy there.
What kind of sound does Yannick make when he's like sprinting?
It's so far!
Oddly, that's the same noise you make when you masturbate. We've heard that.
It's so small!
Great.
He's the only one. He's the only one known to charge a glory hole.
If only my lady was in attendance in the audience tonight. All right. After you is Galen.
I mean, she's listened to the show.
Oh, that's true.
Is it Galen or
she's
Hemlock?
in the.
That's
I'm
Hemlock.
sorry,
Spit
Hemlock. Yeah.
One of the.
Wait, no. Who is it?
It's after Yannick. Hemlock.
It is Hemlock.
I mean, hopefully she got the poncho.
I'm going to do paired shots. So I'm going to shoot both pistols at the same time, combine all their damages.
Oh, that's dope.
That's fun.
A 31
Is a hit.
and a 24.
Oh, so you both and you okay, gotcha. That is a hit with first one.
Yep. 8 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All that goes through.
And then can I use my last action to do anything to help our poor bard who's trapped in the goo?
Yes, you can make an acrobatics or athletics 22 to give him a +2 on his roll.
23.
Okay, you start yanking and pulling at some of this, and you make it easier. You are, what did we say it was going to be? 27?
Yeah.
You're down to a 25. We'll say forever until you get out, with your buddy helping you out.
Okay.
Speaking of which, it is Zaldor's turn. The big creature hasn't taken too much damage.
Trying to get closer to friends and follow Yannick's very clear instructions. Zaldor takes a small puff of air and a small puff of air, and he attaches them both to his feet and activates Fleet Step, and then charges forward, straight ahead 60 feet.
Fleet step. Nice.
Zaldor has a wand. Does that require an action to use it?
What's the wand name?
Wand of free
Glad
action.
you asked. The name of the wand is...
Fireball.
it's this little thing. Let's see. I had it just a second. Wand of Crushing Leaps.
Wand of Crushing Leaps. Activate. Cast a spell once per day. You cast Jump. So yes, it's one action.
All right.
And we can assume you have that wand out at all times.
That's correct. At this point, it was 2 actions to cast the Fleet Step and 1 more to run, so Zaldor is spent.
Done. Now it is Galen's turn. You have 2 of the smaller ones with you at the southeast.
Oh,
Sounded very
not
dog-like.
liking that.
One wounded, one badly wounded.
Yeah. Let's zoom in on that just a little bit so we can see where we're at. Hey, there we go. All right. Galen's going to try to at least take one out so we don't get surrounded. So there's a strike on the one that is closest to me that I hit first. Oh! Somebody had an off-screen bet.
Is Galen gonna die first? Derek and I high-fiving over here. Don't zoom in when he asks you. Let's piss him off slowly.
Crying out loud. I think this is important enough that I am going to spend a hero point to re-roll that because it was a 4, which will not hit. We know that much. So re-rolling, and that's much better. That is going to be a 30.
30 to which one?
The one that I hit previously.
Most
the one to
wounded.
the
30
north.
is a hit.
Yep. Okay, great. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 5 is 21.
Had 20 hit points remaining.
Yes!
It obliterates into this weird gooey mass of blue, like grid-like lines, and then absorbs into the rest of the mass of void, corrupted ground.
Eat nature magic, you abomination. And then I will run away.
Run away!
Run away! Run away!
Brave, Sir Galen.
50 feet towards Yannick.
Never!
I didn't.
It's not true.
Oh, wait. Necrotic decay. When the corrupted creature dies, its flesh rots away and sublimates into a foul-smelling gas that fills an emanation around it. You need to make a basic Fortitude 22
Or die.
or take 12 points of void damage.
That is the third 4 I've rolled tonight.
points.
And that only gives me a 16.
All right, take 12 void damage.
38.
That was the same creature that I had my esoteric warden against.
Sure.
I will use Amulet's Abeyance again against it to negate 8 of that damage.
You can do that every turn? That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, done.
46. That's what I got.
36?
46.
46. Thank you much.
Even its dead corpse can't harm you.
Negatory.
The target would damage you. Yeah. Perfect. I would say, like maybe it was the bard, not the bard, the ranger with a mark, like the creature's dead, it doesn't count, but you're freaking supernatural. Like it always sticks.
Supernatural.
All right. Galen then hightailed it out of there. We are dealing with the bard Jericho.
I see my dear friend Hemlock, my very best friend in the whole wide world.
No! Those Aldor's heart breaks.
Why is Zipdor unhappy?
Leaves behind.
And
keep in mind, you are not restrained. You can still do whatever you want.
Yeah,
You're just
I'm
immobilized.
so good. I don't have anywhere. I don't have anywhere else I need to be. I checked my calendar. My Outlook calendar is empty. I'm going to cast haste on the gunfighter next to me, so he can shoot things more.
Thank you.
That's 2 of my actions, and I will use my third action to try to escape, attempting to hit a 25 with a +9 on my roll. My die is a 14. +9 is a 23. I am short by 2.
By 2. Unable to get free.
I'm done.
Okay. Then I believe that brings us to...
That fear affects its armor class as well, right?
Yeah, but that only lasts... No, wait. Doesn't it keep going?
Oh, yeah.
It's
a
an
minute.
ongoing.
I took it off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Well, put it back.
It's -1 to all of its
Yeah,
appropriate
I took it off.
D20 rolls.
Because it stays there because you're refreshing it.
It's
Well,
emanating
I was
from him.
successful on my lingering composition, so
So,
it'll last for 3.
As long as that creature or any creature stays within the area, is that what it
30
is?
feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will read it to you if you wish. Enemies within the area are frightened 1. They can't reduce their value below 1 while
There
they
we go.
remain in the area.
Perfect. Got it.
And,
all right.
So it can leave. It's welcome to.
Okay. I have a void creature that Galen just ran from that runs 5 feet towards him, then changes direction and heads towards Geggy. It is still slow and gets within 10 feet and cannot get to you from there. So it's about 10 feet away, whipping these fleshy pseudopods at you. There is another one that's closing in
Geggy's
on you
just-
from the south.
She'll engage you in fisticuffs.
And now it is the corrupted Hulk's turn.
not gonna
Up
do anything, is it?
top, it steps forward about 10 feet, then reaches out with a fleshy slap once at the Bard. No, once at Hemlock. Hemlock, it missed with a 37 to hit.
Oh my god.
That's a crit.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like when we dress up in costume and these things happen. 52 points of damage,
Holy crap.
Delicious.
That makes the math easy.
and its shred flesh ability has now triggered. You are enfeebled 1
That's also bad.
and will take 2d6 persistent bleed damage during your turns from now on
From now on,
until he rolls a 15 or higher or takes extra actions to staunch
15 or higher, what?
natural, flat.
Oh,
just fucking toughness battery.
yeah.
I'm gonna band-aid this with my mind.
And it could be negative for the fear condition, right?
Well, that's true. No, yeah, it's already built in. It's affected. It does it for me. Yep, everything is factored in. Okay, then for its third action, it does the same attack on the Bard. It's not done.
Oh,
Fleshy slap. Here we go. 33 to hit.
That's a my AC is 23.
that's critical.
Oh, that's bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. It's fine. I feel good.
54 points of damage,
I'm down. Oh. I had 47.
and he is persistent bleeding, which is horrific when you're dying. And he's immobilized. And he's the healer.
Other than that, it's good though, right?
Other than that,
Oof.
super duper.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy Halloween, everyone.
I just want you to know I had my little postie for what I was gonna do is run right there. That's what I was
Run.
gonna do.
How'd that work out?
Super good. I'm still gonna do it.
Still planning.
I'm just gonna do it later.
Running into the
Geggy,
afterlife.
it is your turn.
We got this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Things have changed a little bit. I've got that guy near me. And up north. I need to move north 35. Let's make it 70. I'll stop there. And as I am running, I turn about and take a quick shot at the guy behind me. This is 2 shots to the guy I just passed and left behind me.
I'm absolutely picturing you doing a Legolas of just like sprint, 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 and not look just over your shoulder as,
Right.
as you take off.
Here we go. Jesus, that's a natural 1.
Yeah, definitely over your shoulder without looking.
Yeah. And that's going to be a miss on the second one, too. Jesus.
You should have done.
Happy Halloween.
All right. Next up is Yannick.
I'm gonna come back as a Geary.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. Start over. Carahale said.
What's 75 feet to the northwest?
Chris says excitedly.
There we go. I mean, that's. Why didn't you run south?
Because there's a net on me, and then I got knocked unconscious.
Saldor.
How far is Zaldor from my fallen friends?
That is a total of 125.
Glorious. Glorious. Zaldor will run
Finish them with a fireball of mercy.
120 feet.
Oh, because you have fleet step. You're
I
racing
do.
like a friggin' madman.
Running like Tom Cruise.
And, potion slamming it into Jericho's face. Drink now, drink fast.
Oh, you open it first and then.
I did.
It's just a glass bottle.
That's cool. Smash the jaw together like the Rock.
It'll heal it.
And it is a potion of greater healing, I believe. Confirm. Confirm items.
3d8 plus 10.
38 plus 10 sounds correct.
Moderate is what you have. 3d8
Grease.
plus 10.
Okay, it's moderate, it's a 3d8 plus 10.
Yes.
Potion.
I'll just put this out there. Speaking of potions,
Yes.
we all have potions.
Ah, no! Ooh, ah. Continue.
3d8 plus 10 is 15 plus 10, 25 hit points. Restored to my dearest friend in the world, Jericho.
It even says it on the bottle.
I will use the token for Aduin. You hear, I'm coming! And Happily is coming with potions in hand as well. We forgot about Happily.
Yeah.
So fast!
He is running up. He is looking really big at this huge creature looming ahead. He runs up and also pours down a potion, and it is not as strong. It is 2d8 plus 5. You may roll it, Hemlock.
You got two
Down
beads.
Hemlock's throat.
He doesn't deal with d8s. Only large dice he worries about.
So 10
13.
total.
Oh, 2d8 plus 8?
5.
5.
Oh, 10 total.
I mean, take whatever total you
Hell
want,
yeah.
though.
Oh,
And Happily is getting you back onto your feet.
thank you.
Okay. Forgot all about him. Who just went? Zeldor just
I
went?
did. And then happy.
And then happily. Happily ever after has to be a title when he dies.
You write that down for the future.
It is Hemlock's turn.
He's not going to die.
I think that's
He's
Galen.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting those all mixed up.
Sorry.
All right. So the creature behind does not appear to be moving quickly, and we have friends down. Where are the horses?
Far to the south, off the map.
Great.
Go
We're running north. I'm gonna move 50 north. And then I am going to. Ooh, this didn't work out well last time. Hope it works out better this time.
I hope the Oracle gave you good news.
Let's try it. Through the mind's eye, Galen tries to exploit vulnerability on the corrupted Hulk.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Whoa! Nice! About time!
That's how you do it. Critical success. You remember the creature's weaknesses. You learn all of its resistances, weaknesses, and immunities, and the amounts. What spells you can exploit, either the mortal or the antithesis. So here's what you learn. It is immune to death effects, disease, paralyzed, poison, and unconsciousness. It has resistance to piercing 10, slashing 10, weakness to vitality 10.
Okay.
Vitality weakness. Interesting. But it has resistance to the others, you said?
Slashing and piercing 10.
And so as that his third action, Galen just shouts out, "It appears to be weak to vitality. Vitality!"
What about piercing?
Boo!
All right, there is a wounded stalker who's stalking after Geggy gets within 10 feet, not close enough. Another one chasing after you, but you are way faster, so they're following. And we are at the start of the turn, and we're going to have a hero point given out, and we're going to be having given out by our audience member. Sarah's in attendance. Sarah, who gets a hero point? She's waving fingers magically. The man with the
I have a
beard. That's the
Zeldor.
wizard.
I also have a
Zeldor.
beard. Wait a minute.
So, Yana,
Big beard.
Glorious.
Okay.
I hope I never need it. I certainly might, though. Thank you.
Jericho, you are prone and breathing unconscious.
Getting a hero point reminds me of the time that I up.
Just run!
all right. So I will make a roll to get out of this again. I have a +9. Need to get a 25. I rolled
Like
a
Robin
6
Williams
on the die,
Fisher King.
+9. I'm only 10 away. Or a critical failure is another way to look at that.
I don't.
If that
critical
exists.
There is. You can't attempt to escape again this turn.
Well, I guess I won't try and escape again this
And by the
turn.
way, escaping counts as an attack annoyingly towards your multiple attack penalties.
Oh, because
Dang.
I was gonna do what I normally do and an attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna then go and I'm going to fear this thing again, lingering composition into my Dirge of Doom again.
Okay.
Because when I fall unconscious, all my stuff turns off.
You have a focus point for that?
I've only used the one.
You have 2?
I have 2.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna roll my.
He's laying
roll
on
for
his
this one
back
here.
as the thing is looming over
My
him.
lingering composition fails. So it's just I don't use a point for it, but my Dirge of Doom goes for 1 round.
Still goes off. It is frightened. Okay, Hemlock, you are also.
I have 1 action left.
Oh, you do? This
yeah.
song only cost 1. Okay.
Yeah, lingering composition is no action. Dirge of Doom's 1, and the attempt was 1.
Okay.
And I will. What do I have that's left? That's 1. I
Are
don't
you
have
still
hardly
lying down?
Just
You
an
get up?
FYI, I was
I'll
not dropped.
stand up. Can I
was
stand
never
up?
dropped with
Oh,
that
I
big
thought you were
hit.
dropped.
Am I
I was
able
just
to?
down to not very many hit points.
Okay. You still got the potion then.
Yes.
I thought you were
Jericho would like to
dropping.
stand.
Can I? While I'm all gooped up, can I stand?
I'm going to say you can with. You have to make some sort of heroic sound, though, to make that happen.
I can do it.
And I said heroic sound, but that'll do. All right.
Do this.
Hemlock, then I messed with your initiative, and
Yeah, I'm
you
after
were
Galen.
The Fey grew up.
after,
Or after Yannick, rather.
Yannick. Okay, I'll put you at 28. Thank you. So, thank you. That puts the beast up.
Which may put you now before
Oh, it's gonna. I'm gonna be.
I just,
All of this is for naught.
I just stand up and I go, bring it, ugly.
Okay, it is going to. It's going to go for Hemlock. You're within 15 from there. It's going to reach out and fleshy slap you for a 30 to hit.
That is a hit.
For really,
Really?
ooh, almost max 30 points of damage.
I am down now.
Can I just step back? I needed to do my persistent owie.
Yeah,
So I had to roll because of my turn.
yeah. 2d6 points of bleeding damage
Okay.
It's a 15 flat to avoid, though, right? No, you roll after that.
after it.
Okay. So I took 9, puts me down to 16, and then I roll something to avoid it.
And then a
15 or
flat
more.
5 or higher.
Okay. I rolled a 12.
Okay. You can also, as 2 actions, you can try and do something. Just describe how you, like, I put out the flames or I staunch the bleeding, whatever it is, and it reduces it to a 10 when you make your roll later. If that makes any sense.
So is that persistent gone on me now?
No, you need to roll 15 or higher flat.
Oh, 15. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. But you're still conscious, unlike Hemlock, who just got dropped. Marking you as dying. We got the damage there. And then with your flat-footed, because you're unconscious, so what is your... It is going to grab you, attempt to grab you.
Where's the stone and all this madness?
It's above.
It's in the fire.
It's in the fire.
Right.
It is above. To grapple. Okay. Your fortitude
Plus 11.
plus. It's plus 11, so 21 is its target number. It reaches as it hits you. It grabs with that 21, and with a 23, it has you grabbed.
Perfect.
And then with its third action, it will do sapping squeeze. The creature has someone grabbed. It squeezes the life essence from its target. Make a basic fortitude save 24.
Come on.
Yeah, 27.
Woo!
All right.
That sounds really important.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage
Perfect.
and no persistent bleeding, and it does not regain some of the hit points that it sapped from you with that roll. That was a good roll.
But now I'm dying 2.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. It is all done. It focused on Hemlock.
Back up.
It is
that one?
now
Is there
Gegi's
one?
turn.
Gegi is getting the distinct impression these two ugly things are focused on him. So he's going to spend his turn moving away that 70 feet, but going into the building or towards the structure. And using that as kind of a playground, bouncing from rail to rail, jumping up in steps, trying to get these things to move up into the structure with
Okay,
him.
so you're heading west.
Yes. Lost an ear.
70 feet and get you leaping through a window. Perfect.
And then while leaping through the window, I will take a shot at him.
Okay.
The closest one to me. This is 2 shots. It's a miss. This is
So many misses.
so many misses. It's all for show. It's just to get their attention.
Yes.
And 5 off of that. Let's see. 6. Yeah, that's a miss as well.
More missed arrows. Yannick, can you shoot a bow better? It is your turn.
I can probably throw a javelin better, but I'm gonna go. What's 50 feet to the north?
You finally participating in the battle?
Yeah. Okay, too far. I am gonna stand 5 feet back from where you currently have me. Yep.
Right before
Right
Jericho.
before
No.
Jericho?
Yeah, right in front of Jericho and Hemlock. And I'm
In between Jericho and the giant
yeah.
hog. That's good.
And because I have the Vishard and I have reach, I can still make an attack against that creature. And I will do so. I don't know if it's possible to strike at the fleshy appendage that is currently holding on to
Yeah, go for it.
to Hemlock. That is going to be a 28 to hit.
Okay.
Please don't miss. Please don't miss.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Oh,
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points of, unfortunately, slashing damage.
Slashing 18. We know not all of that goes through, so only 8 does. If you want, you can take 3 more off of that to piss off its tentacle to let go.
Yep.
All right, so it only takes 5, but you are no longer grabbed, Hemlock. 5. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Hemlock does not get to go. I spent all that time fixing your friggin' initiative. All right. It is Zaldor's turn. Everyone's pretty much there except for Gegi, so we're all in a tight group up north next to the Hulk.
now we've determined
Sounds
that this creature, when it's hitting, it's just doing fleshy slaps and no crazy energy damage like void or anything like that. Is that correct?
Just what you see, pal.
So far. All right. Right. So, trying to figure out the best way to do certain things. I feel as not everyone's going to be running away just yet. We'll save that step for later. Zaldor takes out his wand and tucks it away and points his finger straight at it and says, "Fly, my bowling balls!" and fires force balls, one after the other, straight into the creature's maw.
Oh, these are magic missile equivalents. No chance to miss. Hit. How many?
I will be using all 3.
Force barrage.
Force barrage. For 1 hits for 2, 1 hits for 3, 1 hits for 4.
Negative. It's heightened +2. Do that all again. You fire 6.
Here we are. 1 hits for 5, 1 hits for 3, 1 hits for 4. Galen, what was the math?
First one was 9.
47.
I hit him for 21 points of damage.
21. 4 spheres slam into the creature. It screams and is hurt. It is now injured. And you have an action left, wizard.
Do I? That was the three.
That was 3.
3 force bolts out.
Gotcha. Yeah, 1 to 3. You went all out with that one. It is Hapley's turn. He has 1 potion left, but I already gave Hemlock 1.
Give him another.
Okay, and he gives Hemlock another one. Same roll.
He's
as
drawing
before.
blood from himself. Oh, yeah.
16.
Okay. Good luck! And then he runs away from the fight.
To the other
monster.
Thank you, strange little boy.
That's right. You don't even know who he is.
He comes running back the next turn. My name is.
Thank you, ha ha ha.
Galen. You're not cut up with the group yet.
No, I'm quite far away. Who's that to my northwest there?
Happily.
That's Happily. Happily is running towards me.
He's going to the horses.
Do you need me? And he starts changing course and making his way towards you.
No, keep yourself
He
safe.
goes back a different direction.
Call him back. He's advancing slowly. We get to
He's slowly gaining speed.
Back to me. No, wait.
Man, show me what 75 feet northwest looks like.
Looks like a party.
There's 70. Yep. There's 80, 75.
And from there, how far to the beast?
Another 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
30.
All right, then move me back 10 feet.
Okay. By the way, I love Chris. When the fight starts, he knows how far away it is. I'm just going. He doesn't stop. I know the end. It's just time to go, 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 go. Otherwise, there'll be prices to pay later on.
Yep.
All right. You done, Galen?
I'm done.
All right. It is the smaller stalker's turn, and they head west towards the ruined building Gegi's in, moving a total of 60 feet. They are closing in. They're about 10, 20 feet away, still not there. Jericho, you are conscious, I believe.
I am. Doing great.
You have a knight standing before you and a creature just beyond him.
Yeah. I see. I got a friend next to me who's looking kind of hurt.
Jericho, run!
I can't. I am tied up in stuff, and no one has gotten me out of it, and I haven't gotten out of it. So running is not currently an option.
He's also spurting blood.
Oh, gosh,
So
that's
a
right.
wand. I have a conductor's baton.
Okay.
How many actions is it to pull that and utilize that? Conductor's baton. That's my one time a day I can cast a level 3 soothe.
Oh yeah. So it would be 2 for the spell and 1 to get the wand out. 3 actions total.
Okay. That's what I'm doing on Hemlock. Because he's looking bad.
All right. Nice
you.
big spell.
So I pull out this wand that I have never used, and I point it at
Between
Hemlock.
the netted goo of
Yes.
voidness.
And we get, oh, that's not bad. 10, 17, 23 plus 12, 35 points of healing.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Wow, that's a big deal.
I'll take 2d6 damage.
I mean,
I
yes.
think that puts you at 51.
All right. And at a wounded level, and great. And it is your turn. You didn't have to make it dying.
I'm going to roll my 2d6 at persistent
Oh,
damage.
sorry. Yes.
I'm going to take 5.
Well, how many hit points do you have left?
11.
Can you shake
Now
that?
try to get out of it.
He's going to
I had
roll
to use
right
all
now.
3 actions.
No, the
You still
persistent
get one.
bleed is automatic.
Yeah,
Yeah. 15 or higher flat.
15 or higher flat, 7.
Okay.
He's still spurting.
Hemlock, prone.
Perfect. I'm gonna stand up and move back 30 feet.
Getting serious now.
It's getting serious now.
Good to see you, Hemlock.
Hello. Good to see you as well. And just double reload one of my guns.
Okay.
Super exciting. So I take 2d6 persistent. I take 7 points of damage.
Okay. 7 damage to Hemlock. And then flat 15.
No.
Okay. And again, I don't know if it's worth it or not. You can spend 2 actions, say you're staunching the bleeding, and then it makes your roll at the end of your turn a 10.
I needed to
instead
get
of a
out of
15.
there. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
A point of order question.
Yeah.
Through all of that stuff that happened, is he still hasted?
Just gonna say that.
Yeah, that's still all the condition there still apply.
2 reloads then.
Okay.
Nice.
He remembers he's fast, and it is the creature's turn. I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but it turns all its attention on the closest enemy, which is the heavily armored champion.
Come at me.
All right, it does so. You expect it, you know it, you love it. A fleshy slap with a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Hits. 21 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then it is going to grab you. What's your fortitude plus 10?
23.
Good luck getting this Tootsie Roll.
23. All right. It does not have a penalty to make this, and it is athletics. Oh, yeah. 28. You have been grabbed. And then it does sapping squeeze. You are shocked. You are burned. Void clutches at your heart. Make a fortitude 24.
That's going to be 24.
Okay. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. That's it.
Nice.
Well done.
Got me at 73 hit points.
That was its turn, and it's got you grabbed. It is Gegi's turn, way to the southwest, inside one of these ruined buildings of the town of Erkrin.
All right, you ready for this, Navigator? I am diving. Is there a window across from me?
Here?
Yes.
Let's say yes.
All right. Diving through that, cutting across the courtyard, diving through the next window I see.
50. That's 55 movement.
And then I'll close out the remaining 70, backing away to the farthest wall.
70.
70 is my
You died.
and I disappeared.
You're just gone.
You have a third action?
I do, and I'm taking a shot through 3 windows.
Cover this.
There we go. That's something better. 32 to hit.
I'm giving it greater cover. You still hit.
Okay.
Nice shot.
I do
Nice
18 points of damage.
What type of damage?
Pierce.
Pierce. 19?
18.
18. All right. It takes some of that. A good portion of that. Done. Yannick, now grabbed and held by this. You are not, yes, you are immobilized because it has you grappled.
How do I break out of it?
Great question.
Super good question.
Just flex.
Let's check the tape.
Acrobatics, athletics, or unarmed
Possibly a trip attack against yourself.
against a 25.
I can still attack it, though, as normal, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is mightily swipe the Fishard down upon it. And I'm going to use a hero point because I rolled a 3. So we're going to
You got this.
try that again. And that's going to miss
Swing and a miss.
with 18.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a quick reminder, we've all got some omen points.
Yeah. I've already called it, though.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'm going to attempt to break myself out now.
Okay. That will be a -5.
But it's an athletics check.
Yes.
Or an unarmed attack.
Versus
I think it's-
25.
Come on, man. You're at plus 14.
All right.
He's determining the style.
25.
Yes.
So even with the -5, I got a 25.
Oh, all right. You whip that tentacle pseudopod off of you.
And then third action will be to
Offer Jericho.
will be to lay on hands on Jericho.
So that's like a behind the back slap
Yeah.
to the bard.
Yeah, here's a fleshy slap for you.
Okay.
And heal you 18 points of damage.
Awake.
Tap on the butt. Good game.
Not gay. Zaldor, you are right next to Jericho and Yannick up front with the big Hulk.
I feel several different ways that we might be able to help each other, but mostly I want to make sure everyone can move. How is Jericho held in place? Is he grappled by this void trap? Is he magically held?
He is immobilized. Think of it like a web spell.
Okay. Is there any way that I might be able to dispel it? Or if there was a make him greasy, like what can I do to help him escape?
A grease spell would solve it, yes.
Hold your breath! Valdor has this ball, he reaches inside of his cloak, and as he pulls it out, it just kind of globules up and takes grease and splashes it right on top of Jericho.
Oh my.
Covering his ears to hats. to his
Jericho
ukulele.
Crisco!
Crisco Splendo!
This can't be good for the open wounds he's got on his body.
Stinks good!
It burns.
It's healing.
Jericho
spell.
KYCO.
So
Healing
you're
grease.
splattering a grease spell upon him?
Grease all upon Jericho.
Okay, Jericho, two things happen, both of them good.
Oh, all right.
One, you are the goo around the web thing around you just melts and melts apart from the grease spell put upon it. You are covered in this goo, so you're going to be -3 on all diplomacy rolls till you take a good bath. But the other factor is you get a free greasy blood staunching roll if you're still bleeding, flat 15 or higher.
All right.
It clogs the
Vaseline
wound.
plugs all.
8.
Okay.
You are also with a lay on hands. You're at +2 to your status bonus to AC for 1 round. But
Oh,
I mean
AC.
that doesn't
AC.
factor
Okay,
in.
gotcha. All right. Anything else there?
Yes, with a flourish! Zaldor points himself again and fires another force bolt right into the face of the creature. Have at thee! With a 4+1 and a 2+1. Math Galen.
47.
That's correct. 8 points.
8
of
points.
force damage
Oh.
right up its nose.
All right. Done.
I don't have a nose. New weakness.
Happily runs around trying to avoid the creatures. And Galen is now in the fight.
Does Galen
Maybe.
understand that?
Storks don't bring babies.
No, he's quite sure that they do. That's what Amaryl always told him. Does he understand that healing potions work off of vitality?
She called you the storkless all the time.
The storkless.
My storkless husband, Galen.
Hey, I might be shooting blanks, but I guess I'm just shooting blanks. Do healing potions work off of vitality magic?
Master of the esoteric and arcane.
There is a weird differentiator.
They work off.
Yes, they do.
What are you thinking?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I put a lot of it in my mouth and I kissed the creature.
Slightly open mouth.
mouth.
Gentle tongue, not a fool.
It's like I'm giving him the Altoid. It's a gift. Really.
Yes.
What kind of attack would it be to chuck an uncorked healing potion at this thing?
I'd say a guaranteed hit because that's a huge resource.
Okay. I will move 25 feet forward.
Inching closer, 25
Yeah.
feet.
In the words of Peter Weller.
I will move you 25 feet. You're side by side with the champion.
And I will throw my moderate healing potion straight at this thing.
All right, splash! The moderate potion hits it. The creature recoils in pain. Roll that as damage and then add 10 for its weakness.
Okay, so this is 3d8 plus 20, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
So that's 11.
Ouch.
Plus 7 is 18. Plus 20 is 38 points of
Woo!
damage.
You almost got actually to 47.
Pretty close.
Creature shrieks, but does not leave the fight. It is continuing to try and kill whatever it
He
can.
does have the Idol of Keth in his hand as well, if I'm not mistaken.
true, I
I don't
do.
know if it reacts to that presence,
No.
but
So that was one action to pull the healing potion out, one to move, one to throw.
Yep. Okay. We have some wounded creatures that are making their way. Not as fast with their full move. This one will saw you there. They're running through the ruins trying to get at Gegi. They are done. It is Jericho's turn.
It's even like
All right,
off camera. They
my
run
first
around,
thing will
whatever.
be I'm gonna try to is there anything I can do to try to get this persistent stuff off of me? Or is it just that
two,
flat
two
one?
actions and it's a 10 instead of a 15. You have to roll.
That was what we said. All right, I will try to get this Bernie stuff off of me.
The bleeding that you're doing.
Yeah.
How do you stop bleeding?
I have healer's abilities.
Just
So,
something simple and that you could do without taking an extra action to get it out. We'll do just
I'm
fine.
ripping the bottom of my shirt off and trying to
Perfect.
staunch the flow.
All right, you've completed that. Don't make a roll. What would you like to do with your third action?
Try to get out of the stuff that I'm in.
it's already been done.
Oh,
so
that's right. I slid out of the webbing because I'm greased up.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna once again try to do a lingering composition into a Dirge of Doom against this thing.
Okay.
I'll make my roll for my lingering composition. It's gonna be a 9 plus 15, 24.
Success.
And then so the Dirge of Doom is gonna last 3 rounds.
Okay, now take your persistent bleed 2d6.
Dang it. And then stop it.
Ocho, 8 points of
8.
damage.
Then roll a flat 10 or higher, and it's gone.
11.
Okay.
Woo!
That nasty stuff is gone. It is Hemlock's turn before the giant hulking beast.
I'm going to fire at it. 28.
Is a hit.
with the fear.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend 2 actions and that gun I just fired, I'm going to like press against my wound to kind of cauterize it.
Oh,
Nice.
never thought you would use
You
it.
got
and
one
there
more
you
action.
go.
No, he's doing the
No,
two
I'm
action
doing the 2 actions to
'cause
staunch
you got
the
to staunch it.
Yeah.
All right, take your persistent.
Oh, I do have 4.
Yeah.
I'll do another attack. I
Okay.
got both guns loaded. I miss.
Okay. This could drop him right here.
No, I got 44.
Oh, never mind.
points. That's 9. It's not awesome.
You took 9
And now a
damage.
flat 10 from the cauterizing, and you're good.
You can do this.
Yep, 17.
Okay. Done. It is the creature's turn. It is going to focus on the champion yet again, but you are not grabbed, right?
Correct. I broke out.
Ooh. It is going to fleshy slap with a 34,
Yes, that will hit.
and then he's going to fleshy slap with a 26,
Yes, that will hit.
and then he's going to fleshy slap Galen with a miss.
And he will get a retributive strike.
And on the first hit, the amulet comes forward and gives you 8 points of resistance to that damage.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. He gets a ranged reprisal.
Hold on. Retributive strike, an enemy damages your ally.
Right.
So you can't trigger that one
Because it didn't actually get hit.
because he didn't get hit. But you did get hit twice.
Yes.
No criticals. So that is 18 and 22, a total of 40 points of bludgeoning damage.
Leaving me
Minus
with
8.
33 hit
Yep.
points.
32. Okay.
Okay.
So you only took 32.
Yeah, he
Plus,
gave you some
how
resistance.
much?
8.
Plus 8.
All right. So I have 41 hit points.
Oh.
Totally fine.
Geggy.
What's going on with the creatures around me? Sorry, Navigator. I appreciate your work. Are they charging through windows at me? They're running
Yep.
through, around?
They're in the middle of the courtyard there.
Middle of the courtyard. Is there a way up to the ceiling of this structure or a second floor?
There is not a second floor, but you know what there is? There is strange void stuff that you ran through. I need you to make a fortitude save. 24, please.
Fortitude 24.
Correction, 23.
Oh, that's not
Corrected.
Oh, I was worried about you. Hey, you're good now. Yeah.
Okay.
24, you'd fail. 23, you're going to crit. Succeed.
That is a... can't do math anymore. Fortitude 30.
Okay. You take 5 points of void damage when you cross that void
5
terrain.
points of void.
But you are safe inside a building right now, not affected by it.
Can I scramble to the top of the structure?
There's decayed roof and stuff. Yeah, you spend an action. You are now on top of the roof.
I'm on top of the roof. I am running to its further corner of the northeast corner. So now we're atop everything. So I've taken an action. I will take the remainder of my movement, which is 70, which should clear me to the corner. Now I'm
Done.
on top of the building. That's my third action.
Okay. Yannick.
Yannick will appeal to Karahel for another focus point. Grant me energy and strength, oh mighty Karahel. And we'll take that focus point, turn it into a lay on hands as he grabs a hold of the creature and lays on hands on the creature.
Oh, okay. You need to get a little closer to do that.
I will take the 5 feet step forward and do that.
Okay, you step 5 feet closer to the creature and you do a lay on hands upon it.
Which is vitality.
And what is the amount of healing that you do?
18.
18. It has a weakness of 10. Can you describe in Karahelian terms how you defeat this beast?
Oh, yes, I can. So, you know, it basically, from its fleshy slap, as Yannick was kind of working his way out, he has wrapped it around his arm, and he kind of steps forward holding onto the thing, and then gets face to face with it, is staring at it, and says, you have no power against Karahel, and launches golden energy into the creature as it sort of lights it up, and it just dissipates off. Little beams of golden light dissipate this creature into nothingness.
All right. Fantastic. The creature is no more. The void area is still there. There's still the shard of stone that's kind of creating this energy around this town. After some time, Gegi is able to pepper the smaller ones to death with 1,000,000 misses and 1,000,001 more hits. And the battle is over, but the adventure is still going. We will take our break here, and we'll be back in just a little bit. The battle is done. The corruption still spreading from this shard of a stone that has been sticking out of the middle of the town. The dead creatures have morphed and molded away into the mess of corruption and are no longer attacking. It is quiet again. It is dark in the ruins of this town. You can hear off in the distance. Is it the west? Is it the east? You hear a faint beat of a war drum sound, bum 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 bum, and then it fades, and the heroes finally get a non-chaotic look at one another, and people are not quite who you were expecting to see. The elven champion is gone. The half orc barbarian Stog is gone.
Thank God. Scalen's back.
Yeah.
Good to see you too.
And Hemlock embraces Galen.
Gegi goes first.
We all just kind of cuddle in a pile for a little while.
Cuddle pile.
Yeah.
Yannick, it's really good to see you again, sir.
Welcome back, Jericho. I'm glad you're here.
Where were you?
I have a vague memory of somebody else, but it was always still me. I was always there. This other and I were the same, but different, but the same.
We never went away, but we weren't quite here.
I mean, the other one guy was a little bit like you, but that other guy wasn't anything like you.
I feel like I know him a little, but also feels like a dream almost.
So you guys weren't somewhere else?
No, we were here. I remember everything. And I only feel like, I think Galen said it right, like we were almost like waking from a dream.
Yannick, did you speak with Aduin?
Yes, a fog came over us, came over me. And Aduin was there. And he knew his time was at an end. And he fell back into the mists. And I only remained.
Feel like Stog understood, but that didn't make it any easier. And you, wizard, I know you,
You know
but
him?
I know Dash more so.
Yes, the young Yosoki. I, too, encountered him in the fog. There was a great deal of fear and confusion in his eyes, but he was a brave lad when he felt the tug of the fog pull him. Jericho,
Why did it take you?
I don't have an answer for that. He felt that whatever was coming, we both did. There was a great deal of danger. And it was my place to face it, and mine alone.
Why?
I don't know. All I can call it is a gut feeling. I am sorry. I have, like them, memories of a life that I was a part of, but was not mine. I remember you. I remember all of you. But in a different way. I don't feel like we have been friends nearly as long as we've been presents among each other. I look forward to getting to know each of you quite a bit better. I hope that we too can one day be the friends I remembered us being. But I will earn that trust from you. Will not ask of it freely.
Okay. Dash is gone.
I'm sorry, friend.
I gotta see him. In
You
that
got to
mist.
see him?
In that mist.
A mist. I was not there.
The one they were talking about. Thank you for giving me back that note.
It was clearly meant for him.
It had his name on it.
And it was clearly from you, so I wanted
Because
to
I
make sure
wrote
that
his name on it.
You're welcome.
And you, Geggy? You stayed?
Yes, I've always been here.
Jesus, you can't sneak up on us like that? My God.
Giggy is scrubbing scarab-like wings. Blood magic, as far as I know.
Thawne.
Took away all that was Thawne.
It's gone forever.
That I don't know. The mist went quite a while. I could not see very far. But sounds similar to what all of you have discussed.
Well, I owe someone named Cher Mordrin a sword through the heart. I made a promise to Star.
That's not a small name.
What do you know of it?
The lore of a Sher Mordrin is significant.
The rug maker spoke of him.
What?
The
He
rug
has
maker?
God,
the rug master.
who are we listening to? Everyone we talk to leads us astray.
This was a premonition of sorts, and we were sent towards this rug master by, I believe it was the lady sorceress,
Galleon Veru.
Galleon Varro.
Yes, I've heard of her.
Worthless.
And I wouldn't say her name too loudly either.
No.
Agreed.
But he spoke of a book that anything can be rewritten in with. And this Cher Mordrin has this tome. And I believe it is us who must task ourselves with taking it from him and delivering on that promise that you made to Stalk at the same time.
Oh, you can bet I will.
So what was this the problem we were sent to stop and save?
No, this is not it. This is not what was mentioned at all. She, who will not be named, spoke entirely of the witches themselves. The object we're looking for.
The great danger that possibly came from the sky and is spreading across the country, I believe, was staring at it
The
right there.
stone.
We must destroy this stone.
Problem is, I don't believe that's the entire stone.
It's not that big thing that you just killed that we're not. What stone are you
This one in the ground right there.
Galen will walk over to the stone and start inspecting it.
Watch your step, please.
a broken rock? We came all this way for a broken rock?
Does that split start out from the stone?
We'll say it starts out from the stone. That would
Okay.
make sense.
Right.
So Galen is able to get more and more cautious as he gets narrower and narrower to that pie slice,
we weren't
that
here for the
pumpkin
book.
pie slice missing from the corruption.
So many pumpkin pie slices are missing now.
Jericho, think of all the other broken rocks that we've been dealing with.
Does it all look like the projection stones? Like a same material at all?
Does not in any way.
So it appears to have blue lines running through. Are they still present after we've killed the creature? Are the blue lines running through
It
the
is
stone?
still present, still feeding the corruption of this ground as well. Also of note, I have an alarm here that a hero point needs to be handed out, and our audience member, Sarah, will decide who gets the hero point.
Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Now that's not
Ooh.
fair. Ooh.
Galen receives it.
Thank you very much.
And if this doesn't get used, it does get carried over since it's a late hero point.
And Yannick is over there with the stone as well. Retribution axe in hand. But
Here we go.
and with either through religion or occult, is there anything he knows about this type of magic, about the stone itself, about how to, will taking an axe to it, make it worse?
Are you just going to Gimli your
Yeah, I
favorite
know.
axe?
I mean, yeah,
Well, Galen's going to
I would like to get some information first,
Yes.
but at the end of the day,
So Galen is definitely trying to ascertain before Yannick can bring the pain to this rock.
Well, the other creatures broke it.
what are
ran
your
away.
senses telling you?
Don't know yet.
I don't think you need to break it. I think you need to pull it up.
I don't want anybody to touch it yet.
Yannick, you may make an occult or arcana or at 29 or a nature at 31.
Ooh.
Let me know if you'd like some help.
I can make it. I did not.
Okay.
I got a 22.
Someone's giving out hero points, I heard. You might be able to get some help.
I didn't receive those hero points. Nobody likes me. It's okay. It's okay.
No love for the ugly.
You didn't have to go there.
Wow. Wow.
I
So
remember that
with
this is sticking out
Yannick-
like a broken piece of peanut brittle. About what's its mass or its size? its
Yeah,
volume?
it is 6 inches wide. It's roughly rectangular shaped. Say like a piece of paper, but made larger. So what is that? Like a 8.5 by 11. Then extract that out to about 3 feet tall.
So a poster board?
Sure, poster board. You could say it's slightly irregular. It's not perfectly smooth. It's not an obelisk from Kubrick's mind.
So a poster board?
It's still stone.
Okay.
It's still 6 inches thick. It's irregular. There's some sections that are missing off of it and looks to have been cleaved from a much larger piece.
Like a high schooler's poster board.
Oh my goodness.
With Yannick making what roll did you use, by the way?
It would have been Arcana.
I would
Arcana.
like to look at it from an occult perspective.
Okay, you may make a similar roll with occult. I believe the target number was 29.
Either that or esoteric lore, if that's applicable.
What? Hold. Does there a difference for you?
A significant one, yes.
And it would drill down in even more. Okay, hold on. Let's look esoteric lore.
I mean, that sounds pretty esoteric.
Let's touch strange phenomenon. Yes, esoteric lore would apply.
Let's do this.
Very hard roll.
You have a spare hero point.
I do. I got the hero point. I want to know more about this, and I'm going to burn an omen point.
Oh, so now you're rolling with advantage now.
So
That was a natural 1 on the reroll
First
of
roll.
a 4. It's a little bit better. That's a 23.
You do not know much about this stone.
No, sorry. Yes, that is a 23.
You
Don't know much.
Do not know much.
I know.
But it seems clear to us as we look at, because again, Hemlock and I weren't here for all the intro of all this. I mean, Seth and I were. But it's clear that the corruption is kind of sourced from this thing.
It seems to be emanating from this
Is
thing.
there any clear reason? Jericho would like to see if there's any clear idea why there's this wedge shape that's missing. Well, there seems to be like it's not like an emanation.
Yep.
But there is a wedge shape that is clear of that corruption.
All right.
That's
Jericho
actually
is
where we are.
walking around the community trying to figure out what's going on.
So, like in the direction that we come from, there's something
that wedge
blocking
was
right up there at that
There were
point.
symbols of Keth that were
at the house, the far end of that wedge.
seemed to be affecting the spread.
One of these, and Galen holds out the horn idol that he's been carrying around.
Like, as he shows that, does that seem to be affecting the stuff around it at all?
It does. It seems to keep a little bit of a distance, and Galen could move wherever he wants within it, and it kind of creeps away. If you walk slowly, it creeps away, but then reforms around you, this little bluish network of nasty corruption
Does
web.
the wedge go towards wherever they're talking about?
Negative.
Okay,
Wedge
so
seems permanent.
So their answer doesn't seem to go with what I was asking.
I don't know. Well, do you want to still be looking around?
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Are there more of those?
There was a house back there where the whole entryway was lined with them. Over the door.
Hemlock goes and gets one for each of us.
Okay.
and hands them out.
All right. As you do so, Jericho, you notice that the wedge starts to close in. And the group starts to have to fall back or they will be touching it.
Is this emanating from the stone? The wedge is closing from the stone out?
Nope.
Oh.
It's coming in left to right. Those of you that are close to the stone are starting to back up more and more concerned. And then Hemlock, you have half of what you want. It continues to get narrow and narrow. People are panicking and moving further back.
Galen touches the idol to the stone.
Okay, you go over and touch the idol to the stone. You step forward, the stuff kind of gets out of your way. Hemlock, you are totally safe, but your friends are going to be touched by this stuff.
Did it start to creep forward when I left the group?
No, it creeped forward as you started gathering things.
Okay.
And as you're about halfway through, it's really closing in on everyone. Galen, you touch it to the stone, your Keth symbol, and a burst of more of that bluish energy kind of pulses out and ripples out across the town ground. There's some shaking and rattling of some of the rotten wood of these buildings that this stuff has affected. Little dust and debris falls, and it doesn't continue closing in. And it seems to wane in color. It hasn't receded. The wedge has stopped closing in, but the bright blue has turned into a slightly darker blue and a slightly darker blue.
Leave the horn and take a step back.
I do so.
And Yannick cleaves the stone
Oh, I was okay.
with the retribution axe.
Okay.
Doesn't hit the symbol of Keth, but with the Keth sitting on it, will try to cleave through the stone.
All right. You bring down the retribution axe. You are going to roll a flat 20. If you roll a 2 to a 19, something happens. If you roll a 1, something happens. And if you roll a 20, something happens.
Oh my gosh.
A 19.
Okay. You bring down the axe. There is a huge boom, and you go flying backwards, taking 10 points of void damage. The axe is obliterated and destroyed forever, as is the stone. There is a huge crack that you see in you guys just see Yannick go flying back. Whoever was kind of close-ish, Galen, you see that the symbol of Keth, the god of nature, also explodes out with a greenish type of power when the stone erupts, and that power all coalesces with blue and green, and then boom, there's a huge blast. All of you are knocked prone, but only Yannick takes that damage, and then all of the blue fades, and there's just little bits of useless, non-corrupted stone left in its wake, with the Keth symbol falling on top of the rubble.
As Yannick gets up, he's dusting himself off. Fixed it!
Well, that's one way to do it.
And you gain a hero point.
Nice.
Nice.
How are the vines reacting?
They are fading away rapidly.
Everything dying off.
Well, we know it can be killed.
Is that idol still there?
It is. And the vines and the corruption in the blue lines have gone away entirely.
That idol might be good luck for you.
Keth
Galen.
has no love for this thing.
I'm
That's
holding
good
on
to
to
know.
one of those for sure. I think maybe we all should.
Yeah. Hemlock comes back like, what the fuck just happened?
I fixed it!
And gives one to everyone.
No, thank you.
Yannick did stuff he'd yell at me for. That's what happened.
Well, that's not for the course. You do not want one? I'm assuming you do not want one either, Yannick.
I will take one.
One seems nicer and fancier than the other. Who gets that one?
I'll trade out the one Galen. No, that's your good luck. I'll give it to Yannick.
Okay.
All right. Well, shared mutual destruction to defeat the stone of void. Your axe is completely destroyed. Whatever we would strike anything else with would also be destroyed. I am concerned, however, that it was entirely too small and perhaps shorn. I was hoping, in fact, that Jericho, you and I might mage hand it up from the ground to investigate it a bit further. That doesn't appear to be possible or necessary any longer.
I fixed it.
Yannick fixed it.
Well,
It's
Does
fixed.
the corruption end in anyone else who may have been affected? That young boy's father in Creevor.
Yeah, he's all fine now.
We fixed him too. Knuckle crack.
Wait, you guys met a guy who was messed up with this stuff?
Not just him.
Yeah,
We encountered soldiers who had encountered someone who was infected with a very similar looking corruption. But at the time, that person was exceptionally dangerous. According to them, caused great harm and killed several of those soldiers. If there is further evidence of this stone or stones like it, there will be more danger.
Yannick, it's a good thing Yannick fixed it.
It is.
Yeah.
Just like you fixed the
fixed-
spheres.
You fixed this one. What if there are more?
The stone appeared to be a piece of a larger piece.
Yes.
So we have not seen the larger piece.
The log that we read, the book that the mayor wrote, spoke of the witches absconding with a piece of it.
Yes. Inside the house where you found the Keth statues we hold now.
There was a town journal of sorts, and they spoke of these queen shades
Yes, the assassins of the Blood Witches.
absconding
There's
with a
assassins
piece of
now?
Yes.
You guys are screwed.
Is it these assassins that are sounding these war drums that we keep hearing?
War drums are not a very assassin method that I'm
Then
aware
what
of.
the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
Wait, you told me you were from Thave. Don't you know what those war drums are?
I apologize. I am not from Thave. I have memories.
You
of-
lions, son of...
To be
kill
fair,
him now?
Dash was from Thave, and I
Yeah, I
have
know that.
several shared memories of his, but again, they're not mine.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Seventh Tower. My name is Zaldor, Wizard of the Seventh Tower.
Where's the
Keeper
seventh-
of the Wind Spheres
You said the
above
Seventh
Thousand
Tower
Isles.
was in Thave.
No. No, there
Thousand
are
Isles.
there are many towers, and there's different ones located all around. I am of the Thousand Isles, the Seventh Tower.
Oh, I thought the spheres were there.
The Wind Spheres are of the Thousand Isles, correct? I'm the keeper of them, but I'm also of the Wizard of the Seventh Tower, located at the Thousand Isles.
That's a change to the story. All right. All right. No, I understand. You were having a rough day.
I've had many rough days.
I have too. I actually went to hell.
Sounds terrible. I have vague memories of such things, but I've not yet
Sure.
been.
Sure.
Many places have not
Yeah.
yet been.
All right.
Gaggy, I assume you, like Thon, are not from Thave?
Thon was not from Thave. I
But
am
Thon-
from Thave.
Oh, you wait. And actually,
Yes.
oh,
Then do you know what these war drums are?
Only belong to the primitive tribes. Tom, do I know what the drums are likely to be?
No.
I've only heard them with primitive tribes.
hey,
Could be orcs, could be shamans, could be witches.
I know music stuff.
Uh-huh.
Do they sound like it's musical versus tribal or something to me?
Sound tribal.
Yeah, that's not a band. There's no, I mean, it's just a simple driving rhythm like the march to or something, or get people pumped up. That's, I can tell you what, that is not like, they're not practicing for a musical there.
This was a sizable explosion when the stone went off, right?
10 points of void damage.
Yep.
Sizable.
It's a
That's
little
bound
mushroom
to draw
cloud going
some
on.
But, like,
attention.
Is Void an explosion, or is it more like a giant ear pop?
It's
or
purpley fun
implosion.
good stuff.
And right now, the whole place is much darker now. It was kind of lit up with this eerie blue light, so it's a
I
much...
suggest we don't stay here long.
Or we stay and hide ourselves and find out who comes running.
Coming with war drums generally means a war band. Generally means many feet on the ground. I don't know if I'd want to be around for that. That's the opinion of Geggy.
Geggy and Thave, if someone in power wanted access to this stone, right now the only words we have to go on are the Queen's Shade. Where would they take it?
Most likely to...
She points up.
Zaldor
Oh, I know them.
It's in my heart all along.
checks his memory
We have a map we can...
to confirm. Are we looking for... Is it Kassir? I feel like I'm saying that wrong.
Yes.
Seer is where we need to be.
Is that
yes.
Creeborn?
Not Creeborn.
Not Creeborn.
I don't
Kassir.
know. I've never been.
Kassir is where the princess is. Correct? And the queen, I
Yes.
assume?
Princess would be in the capital.
That's where the witches would be.
More than likely.
Hey, do you have that dagger or does Dash have it?
Dagger. Oh, I don't. Go ahead. Let me. It's in.
You
maybe
better
it's-
have it.
Go ahead.
What was the dagger again?
Callian Varro's dagger.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Not... Yeah, you're the one that I gave you is not that. Yes, you have it.
Ah! There it is.
Okay.
It's a little dead.
Do the pockets provide moisture still? And
Well, they're pouches.
Okay,
Really. They're
that's-
more of cloak pouches than a.
they have tongues. It's really
Little
creepy
rat-like
to wear. Soothing sometimes.
They're moist pouches.
It's jelly beans. These are my favorite. It's still warm. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. So, the Kassir. We have a dagger and a mission that's for it, and if we are going to precisely follow the stone and destroy it in Yonik's cure, then
I'm gonna
we
need
should
another
venture
axe.
that way.
Or we use another weapon.
We'll see.
There are several weapons around. Perhaps we can find one that's a bit more direct. There's also another form that we should be looking for that was also mentioned to us while we were in Creevorn.
The Vadonite.
Yes,
What?
Veronite. We don't have a description of it exactly. Only that we're supposed to find it. Perhaps the stone is the Veronite. But it is also to be
Oh, well, we
used.
just blew it up, so that's going to be unfortunate.
Not we, dear friend.
We're a team. You haven't learned that yet. but
I had other
we're a team.
ideas.
We're a team, right?
Are we again?
Yes, we're a team.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yannick, when were we not a team?
The whole
Let's
past
draw.
week.
It doesn't matter. We're a team now.
We're a team now.
That's what's important.
Bygones are bygones.
That's right.
Past is the past.
I have
Everyone
wings.
left behind stays behind.
So are we heading to Kassir?
That's entirely up to everyone else, but I believe that would be the next best course of action. Provided we don't get seen by the Blood Sands,
That is a big
encounter
one.
the Queen's Shade,
That is
or
another big one.
die in the desert in the process.
So 3 should move to 1, but yeah, in that order.
Then to Kassir it is.
It's
That is my vote. We have no other. That is our best lead, it seems like.
All right. I follow Yannick.
Yegi, could you lead the way?
or point the way.
Have you
Point.
ever been to Kassir?
no one goes to Kassir,
The capital.
the capital. No one goes to Kassir.
Not with our intentions.
I would guess like thousands of people.
I mean, it's like a whole damn city, isn't it?
No
This-
one sane goes to Kassir.
Then we're good to go.
agree with Jericho. On
traveled in the Warrens, could Gegi make the journey a little safer by traversing some of the known paths from their past?
The Warrens would not help with that. They're
Okay.
isolated cave type things.
All right.
How far are we from Kassir? If we're in Erkrin, right? We're in Erkrin right now?
Yeah.
Well, we're by the S in Woods, right?
Yep.
The W.
And then we need to get all the way over to Kassir.
Holy smokes, it's spelled with 2 E's. I didn't
K.
write that down right at all.
Yeah. You're looking at maybe 3, 6, 10 days with no interruptions.
Which there won't be, I'm sure.
Maybe less than that. Maybe 7 days. 7 to 10 days officially.
That is quite a journey. Would anyone like to rest here?
Not here.
All right.
How long is it to Sarvid from
About
here?
2 to 3 days.
Okay. And that's where we ran into...
That's where you killed a guy.
No. We opt to not go to Sarvid. Sarvid is very bad this time of year. We went to Kreevorn. The tent travelers went to Sarvid.
How far back is it to...
Freeborn a
Freeborn.
day.
We should perhaps rest there.
Sarvid would be lovely company for Galen. In one form or another.
Find
Do tell.
Frengard. Frengard found a liking to Stog.
I don't think she'd be quite as interested in me.
Selling yourself short, my friend. But you're probably not wrong.
But
All
either
right.
way, it is closer to the capital on the way, and we do have friends there, and friends count for a lot in Thave.
What friends do we have in Sarvid?
Well, we saved
Travelers.
them from the spiders.
Yeah. If they're still there.
Merchants tend to stay in an area for a while.
I'd rather go there than Kreevorn. We've been spotted in Kreevorn.
Mm-hmm.
They may be looking for us in Kreevorn.
Well, I'm just thinking of a place to sleep for the night. That's all. I don't care where we go.
There's woods right there.
I have reservations about sleeping in woods in Thave. The Fenmara Forest taught us things. Again, we're all capable adventurers, but keeping ourselves in the safer places would be best.
I like the woods.
Or what do you suggest?
2 votes for the woods. I would suggest staying at the inn that we were in at Kreevorn. It was safe. There were those who noticed us for certain, but we can also report back on the end of the corruption within Erkrin, and perhaps bring some peace to those who were affected by it, and get rest at night before we travel on the way to Kassir.
It's a day's ride away. We're gonna wait to rest till we get there?
Well, it's not the end of the night at the moment, I believe.
You guys can just rest for a little bit and then go. The paladin's healing is pretty darn strong, plus the medicine you guys do.
Yeah, let's get off the beaten path for a bit. Get healed up. And then we'll be on our way.
So be it.
To
Kassir. Through whatever the quickest pathway you can take us.
okay.
Or to... How will these travelers help us in Sarvid? What can they do for us?
Just aid and comfort, I would imagine, whatever they could offer to make up for our assistance before.
They
Not
might-
much. I don't intend them to risk their lives beyond any measure.
And you said some of them want to have sex with Galen?
Yes.
Well,
2, maybe 3.
2 or 3.
while that may be, perhaps they also know
It was all in
the
Gegi's letter.
smuggling routes
H2 never made
around here. They didn't strike me as simple merchants. Maybe they know this land a little bit better.
Sarvid is on the way to Kassir.
All right, the group then heads out. You guys get some rest and make your way east towards Kassir by way of Sarvid and the inn on the way as well. And we will stop there for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us here in our new studio in our crazy costumes. We fully appreciate the support. We will be jumping into our after show after this, and our heroes will be leveling up to level 7. So we will do that at some point with a level up video. All of that's available on our patreon.com/ingloriousbards. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Forgot there are no cameras here. Hi.